Yamaha has been on fire recently, with multiple new models released just in the last few months. They've given us the SCR950, FZ10, a revised FJR. Alright, it's not new, but the changes were necessary and a long time coming, and now, a variation of the Bolt. When Yamaha introduced the Bolt for the 2014 model year, they designed it to be a platform from which several other models could be created. Sales of the Bolt have been excellent, and Yamaha has since released the C-Spec, Cafe Racer inspired, and the R-Spec, up-spec'd with remote reservoir rear shocks and special paint. This year we get another variant of the Bolt called the SCR950-, but I suspect that Yamaha might bring themselves some grief with that name. SCR obviously stands for Scrambler, and that's not an apt description of this motorcycle. I can already see comments complaining that it lacks a high exhaust pipe, that the 547-pound wet weight is too much, or that there's not enough ground clearance or suspension travel. I guess that's fair, because this isn't a Scrambler, it's a Bolt that's Scrambler inspired. Problem is, if I sell you a brick of gold and you later find out it's actually pyrite, I don't think you'll be pleased if my explanation is that it was gold inspired. Despite all that, I think you should ignore the name, because the SCR950 is the best offering in the Bolt model line. I just wish they called it something like the Bolt X-Spec. The SCR950 is Yamaha's newest entry into their Sport Heritage model line, and I find it to be very attractive, more so in rapid red than the alternative charcoal silver. Throw your leg over, and it's immediately evident that this started as a cruiser, because your feet are spread wide. But thanks to a 5.5-inch increase in seat height from the Bolt, now up to 32.7 inches, and the wide off-road style handlebars, the riding position is upright and comfortable. Bonus points go to the SCR for being narrow, where the gas tank meets the seat, making it impressively easy to transition to a standing position when necessary. Note that riders with long legs may be annoyed with the air cleaner sticking out of the right side of the engine. Riding while standing was much more comfortable than I would have expected, and it's a real plus because you don't want to be sitting on this bike when you hit big bumps. More on that later. Yamaha correctly thought that the best way to give us a taste of this bike was to cover some pavement with a little bit of dirt thrown in for good measure. So they gave us a route of approximately 120 miles spanning both surfaces near Julian, California. It's what I'd do if I took off for a weekend trip with this kind of bike, and hopefully you're wired the same way.